Welcome to What Are We Doing? Because what the fuck are we doing here? Am I a pig? Am I a pig? Do I eat from a trough? Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not a customizable fuck burger, okay? I'm a beautiful... I'm Wagyu, okay? I'm a beautiful sirloin. The world is on fire. And people are too busy watching whale rape to take their head out of the ocean, okay? I'll tell you what I'm doing here, okay? I'm screaming into the void, and if you don't like it, you can fuck your own face, okay? How about that? How many episodes of Masterpiece Mystery do I have to be forced to watch before I throw my aunt in a burlap sack and toss her into the river? Don't be mad, okay? It's not about you, alright? But it is. And I'm joking, but I'm not. Alright? It's Succession. But dumb and poor and gay, like you. You're not the Marquis of New Jersey. You're a halitosis skin bat witch on Percocet. Welcome to the show, scumbag. All I want is a hawk and a gun. Okay? A hawk, a boat, and a gun. Is that too much to ask? Is finding God in the ocean too much to ask? Welcome to What Are We Doing? Let me ask you something. If your therapist sent you like a fucking TikTok as like the answer to the problem that you've been working on that week, would you not fire her? Would you not absolutely want to slit her fucking throat? Why the fuck? Let me ask you this. Why the fuck are you sending me TikToks as like advice? My therapist is sending me TikToks as like advice. Okay? It's grotesque. Here's what she sent me. We were talking about how I'm trying to stay more disciplined and on top of things. And this is the fucking shit she sends me. You ready for this? Here.
One of the toughest parts of my healing journey, especially in the beginning, was putting in all of the work and not seeing any type of results. But there's something that I started doing that really sparked my desire to stay consistent, even though I wasn't seeing results, and it completely changed my mindset. I got a calendar from Staples and nailed it to my wall. I did not put any of my to-dos, any of my errands, or anything on this calendar. It had one purpose and one purpose only. For every day that I did some form of exercise or some type of movement, I would draw a wave. For every day that I did something... Okay, so every time she walked out of her bed, every time she got out of her bed, she'd draw a little wave. Legs of the wall meditation, it could have been calling an old friend, or even something like reading 10 pages of a book. And for every day, I would look at myself in the mirror and give myself just one compliment. Okay, I would draw a dash.
That's enough. That is enough. Here's the deal. I am living with a fucking drug addict, a witch, and a Mexican. And the faggot. That's me. It's like a fucked up fairy tale. Do not tell me that the answer to my problems is a fucking TikToker that's telling me to look in the mirror and give myself a compliment. That does not help me stay consistent. That does not help me run a business. You know what that does? That doesn't even fucking do anything. You're giving me bad advice. You're like outsourcing. Why is my therapist like outsourcing to TikTok? Don't fucking did you not go to school? Do not read books. Do not outsource me to Gracie Norton fucking TikTok. Okay? Her entire thing, I've looked at her TikTok. The entire thing is like, gotta get my sleep and skin right. That's why I drink like a probiotic soda at night. That's not even a fucking... God. I'm getting... You know what? I'm sick and I'm getting angry. I'm getting very angry. And I'm afraid if I get too angry, I'm gonna put myself into like a fucking like coma. Do not outsource to TikTok. One of the apps that is responsible for so much fucking stupidity. Let me ask you something. Listen to me right now. If you're a lawyer, if you're a guidance if your guidance counselor came to you and there's a lawyer that I like. His name is Kevin Kennedy. If your guidance counselor and you were in high school was like, hey, so, like, I know things. I know you're trying to figure it out. Here's my advice. And then send you a link to fucking this. Let me play the video. Let me play the clip. Allow me to play the clip.
when someone is treated unfairly. 3 signs you're meant to be a lawyer. Number 1, you're good at reading people. You have an extrasensory perception of seeing the truth. Number 2, you have an analytical mind. You can see and prepare for both sides of the story. Number 3, you get enraged when someone is treated unfairly.
Okay. That does not help anybody with anything. It's like, if you want, it sounds like you're gonna be a good lawyer. You can manipulate people. You're breathing. You can see out of your eyes. You know how to read. Like, that just does not fucking direct anybody in any direction at all. And not to mention, this guy looks like a fucking, like, I don't know, like, if he looks like a plantation owner, but, like, also a pimp. Like, it's insane. The guy's insane. This is the issue that I have with my therapist. Like, don't fucking send me TikToks. I'm done with it. She also sent me this email that's, like, insane. She's like, yeah, you're gonna buy a calendar and, like, just, like, put, like, squiggly lines on it. Put a couple squiggles on it. Every time you take a walk outside, you put a little squiggle on it. And that's gonna get you to the billions. That's what's gonna get me $1 billion. A squiggle on my fucking calendar that I bought off Etsy. A little squiggle. I've had enough. You're done. She's fired. I've had it. I've had it. She's a yes man. Everything I say, she's like, yeah, you know. I'm like talking about like you know, wanting to like slit throats in the street and bathe in the blood of my enemies, and she's like, yeah, you know, I think that maybe like a gentler approach would be good. And I'm like, yeah, but no. Yeah, but I'm not gonna find that on Etsy or on your fucking TikToks that you send me. Okay? God. She also sent me like this habit checker. It's like, it looks like a second grader fucking, like, second grade teacher made it. There's like little bees kind of flying around it, and it's like I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Is everybody is just becoming a fucking idiot. Like, and it's TikTok that's the fucking problem. Every single person is becoming a dumber and dumber version until we're just like literally all retarded. Until literally everyone is retarded. God. I've had it. I've really had enough. I've had enough with that, and I've had enough with the roommates. I live in like a gay horror story. Like a fucked up little fable horror story. The faggot, the witch, and the drug addict. And the Mexican guy. Who I get along the best with him. I get along best with the Mexican guy because he doesn't speak any English. And we kind of just give each other like nods. And he's like, sup, bro? All good? Yeah. All good. Everything's great. My therapist is sending me TikToks, and I live with crazy people. All the time. I walk to the bathroom at night, and the witch will, like, open his door and, like, kind of, like, peek his eyes out. He wears, like, these white color contacts, so, like, kind of, like, just peek his eyes out and whisper something in tongues, and then just shut the door real quick. Doesn't that make me feel nice? When all I want to do is take a piss at 4 a.m., and I gotta get cursed every time I walk down the fucking hall? I don't think writing squiggles on a calendar is gonna solve that problem. I don't think writing little dashed lines on my fucking Etsy calendar is gonna help the fact that I live with a drug addict who throws eggs around the kitchen and doesn't clean it up. I literally came home one time, the oven's on, let me tell you something. I went home one time, the oven is on like 500 degrees and open, okay? So that's just a level of intelligence there. And it's just like 500 degrees, and we have heat. It's not like we don't have heat. We have heat and air conditioning. It's fine. The oven's open. The kitchen is like soaked in like what looks like cum and like egg yolks, but it just was eggs. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And I go down the hall and into the drug addict's room. I mean, he probably can, he's in the room next to me. He probably can hear me, but probably not. He's on Percocet. He's probably fucking knocked out. I go down, he's like asleep in all of his clothes. I'm like, hey, pal, what the fuck happened in our kitchen, buddy? He's like, oh, I don't know. What? I'm like, did you throw like 17 eggs on the cabinets in our kitchen? Why is there egg yolks all over the fucking kitchen right now? Get up. Get up. I wish I had a fucking paintball gun here. Or a real gun. I wish I had a real gun. And I could just shoot at his feet and fucking get the fuck in the kitchen and fucking clean that shit up. Dummy. God. I gotta come home to that, and then I got like this witch. Yeah, so I come home to that. I get the kid to finally clean it up. And then he goes back into his drug coma and falls asleep in his room with his full clothes on and shoes on. And I walk down the hall, and it's like the witch opens his door, and he like doesn't even look me in the eyes. I'm like, buddy, I fucking gave you like roach traps. I've given you like stuff to kind of like take care of like the mice problem. Like, look me in. How about you look me in my fucking eyes when I'm talking to you? How about you stop like staring at the floor and like whispering like he like hisses. He kind of just goes like, he kind of like just whispers like weird shit. And, like, I don't know. Maybe he's, like, transitioning. I don't know what the fuck's happening with him. His hair's getting longer. He's getting very, like, emotional. And he just kind of, like, I don't know. He, like, kind of just, whispers at me. And I got a peek in his room. And he, like, has a shrine to, like, I don't know, the tiki god from Crash Bandicoot. He's got, like, a shrine to, like, some tiki god. And probably, like, tufts of my hair that he's collected in the night. I walk past him. He's like, I was so scared. I was so scared. I thought we were gonna burn. I thought this whole place was gonna burn down. It's 500 degrees in here. I thought it was gonna burn. What am I supposed to do? It's not me that's fucking throwing eggs around our kitchen and turning the oven on to cook us alive. It's the drug addict. It's not me. I'm the one that gave you the roach traps, motherfucker. Don't fucking come at me. What was I supposed to do? Bust in and carry you out like Rapunzel? Fuck you. Burn. How about that? I wish the apartment was on fucking fire. I wouldn't have to deal with these, maniacs. Maniacs all the time. All the fucking time. And, I made a racist assumption with the Mexican guy. I thought, I really thought he was, like, a good guy. And I was like, oh, he's great. I see him, kind of cleaning up after himself. Big mistake there. He was not cleaning up after himself. He cleaned, like, one dish. He leaves dishes out all the fucking time. He's cooked, and this is not even a racist thing. He made this dish. I don't know what it is, but it was, like, 40 jalapenos. Like, cut them up, put them in the pan, and he's, like, burning ththese jalapenos. I'm getting gassed and fucking cooked alive by these people. My eyes were, like, burning. He's making, like, the hottest fucking thing. And then he doesn't even fucking throw it out. He doesn't even throw it out. He like leaves it out for like a week. So I gotta smell like rotting, searing, burning, like death every time I walk into the fucking apartment. It's insane. It's insane. And not to mention, I got a garbage can for like everybody to use. And now I've locked it. Now I've drilled locks into the garbage can because that's the level where I'm at. Things need to be locked down. Listen, if you're going to make it Auschwitz and I'm going to fucking burn and my eyes are going to burn every time I walk in here, guess what? It's getting locked down. Everything's getting locked down. My food, locked. My dishes are locked. Now the garbage can's locked. You want to play Nazi games with me? Try and fucking gas me out, cook me alive, shit like that? It's not going to work. It's not going to work because guess what? Everybody, I got a little bit of that in me too. Okay? So don't fucking come for me, and not in a racist sense. Don't fucking come for me and tell me that I'm like anti. I already know one of my cousins is gonna fucking hear this, and he's an anti-Semite. Great. What else? I'm an anti-Semite now. Faggot, anti-Semite, disgrace, black sheep, whatever else the fuck you want to blame on me. Like, just it's enough. All of this is enough. What the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck is anybody even doing here? It's ridiculous. I'm a little sick. And I don't know if it was the anger that made me sick or if I just got sick, but I typically don't get that sick. And now I am. I saw Ghost the other day. She was not happy. We do like Jeopardy. They have like these little classes. They're like, yoga, we're going to do yoga. I know you don't have an apartment. I know you're doing drugs all the time, but you know what might help? Maybe some deep breathing. Why the fuck? Why is everybody like trying to combat, like, the way to combat this homelessness thing? Like, it's not to like be spiritual. That's its own sickness. It's like swapping out a crutch. Everyone that has done like some kind of a spiritual like kind of like retreat into like deep into like the spirits, like, or crystals or whatever. Like they were doing drugs before that, or they were like really fucking partying hard, and then they found out that they couldn't do that anymore because it's not sustainable. And so now they either like latch on to like Christ, or they latch on to like, I don't know, the Xenu and the crystals. Volcano full of spirits. I don't know what the fuck it is. There's this lady. I was at work the other day. Oh, and by the way, Ghost didn't like me. I was on her Jeopardy team. We were doing like some kind of a Jeopardy class, but it was like about like the hood. It was like, what is a chopped cheese? It was like, what is? It was like New York lingo and like hood lingo, and like literally one of the questions was like, what is every job in a nightclub? Like that was one of the questions. How about what is a W-2? How about what is filing your taxes? What is having a job? What is getting an apartment? What is a down payment? What is an APR? What is a bank account? How about literally anything else? They're like, what is the jobs in a nightclub? That's where people are at. They're going to the fucking nightclub. How about you go to school? How about you go to a fucking class? We're doing like birthday parties. They used to do this shit at the homeless shelter where they would have like a birthday. They would have like these parties, like monthly, like little, like weird little parties. And it's like, buddy, why are we having a Halloween party? We're getting we would get like these tickets and cupcakes. And like you get one cupcake per ticket, and then you gotta sit around and play like Jenga. My roommate just got his face bit on an elevator by another person, and I'm sitting and playing fucking Jenga. Why am I sitting and playing Connect 4 when people are getting slashed and no one has a house to live in? Everybody's sleeping on the shittiest bedbug proof mattress where like you can't even sleep. One of the kids at one of these parties, they do like raffles occasionally. One of the kids said something one time that made me want to fucking put a hole in his head. It made me want to bite him in the face. We were doing a raffle, and they're like, okay, next up we got a Bluetooth speaker. Who wants a Bluetooth speaker? Yeah, because that's what we need. We need more people blasting drill music in the building. That's what's going to help. The insanity, the schizophrenia, the lack of mental health evaluation upon entering the fucking shelter. They don't evaluate people at all. It's like anybody can just kind of come in and like bullshit their way, and then they end up biting people in the face and slashing people and like cutting people and jumping people. It's insanity. And this was like a youth shelter. It's 18 to 21. So we're at the raffle, and it's fine. It's all good. This raffle, they're giving away Bluetooth speakers, which nobody fucking needs. How about a bicycle so someone could get to work? Or like bus tickets, or a voucher for an apartment. One of the kids, they're like, all right, next up is the Adidas sweatshirt. And they call the number, and the kid wins. And he's like, oh, you know what though? Is that real Adidas though? Is that real Adidas? Because if it's not real Adidas, I don't really want it. If it's not real Adidas. You don't have a bed to sleep in, you fucking moron. You do not live in a house. What the fuck do you mean is that real Adidas? Does it matter? You're gonna be cold anyway. Winter is coming, and it's coming harder for you. The fuck is that real Adidas? Is that, hey, is that real Adidas? Because if it's not, I could pass. Right now, it's literally a beggar. You know the saying, beggars can't be choosers? Guess what? We're the beggars. So stop fucking worrying about the brand. That's how fucking sick people are now, that you're worrying about like the brand of like the sweatshirt that's literally being donated to you. What the fuck is that? It made me homicidal. And everybody in there is like a fucking nut. God. It's like, we did like a little birthday party. It's like that kid made me want to kill somebody. And then there's like also like this, the magic retard who's also there. And he's like this, kind of bigger guy. And he would do like a magic trick But he also had like hyperhidrosis like all over his body. So he's like profusely sweating doing this magic trick. And he doesn't know even how to do the fucking trick. He's doing like, he's having people like pick a card and like shuffle the deck and like do all this horse shit for like 25 minutes. And he never even gets to the trick. And then after that, it's like karaoke time and everybody's going to go sing drill and then go back to their like, you know, shit living situation where nobody's got a plan and people are getting kicked out into the street in a month. But is it real Adidas? Because if it's not real Adidas, like, it's not really, I'm not worth, I have a higher worth than, like, fake Adidas. Even though my net worth is literally negative, and I don't have a license. And I haven't been to the DMV, and I don't know where my birth certificate is, and I haven't been in work in, like, over 3 months, and I've been living off SSI and food stamps for, like, the last year of my life. But is it real Adidas? Is that Gucci? Is that fake Gucci? Because I don't want the fake Gucci. Because I'm worth more than that, even though I'm literally worth nothing. So fucking insane. God. And you know what? I bet that kid will be a yoga teacher in 5 years. I bet that kid he'll be preaching about fucking deep breathing because he had to figure out that Percocet is not a sustainable way to live. When all of his teeth have finally fallen out of his mouth from the Black and Milds and the like addiction, then God will be, then he'll start preaching about God and start telling people that you know his name's Ghost or like Trackhawk. Guess what? Hi, I'm Phil, but you can call me Pigeon. You can call me Cornish Game Hen. My friends call me Cornish Game Hen. And I only wear real Adidas because I'm worth something. You're a fucking schizophrenic drug addict. You're not like Adidas. Let me say something. Adidas would not, if you applied to like be a spokesperson for Adidas or like in any of their kind of like ads or anything. Guess what? Adidas would not fucking take you ever. They don't care about you. They want you dead. You're not the fucking demographic of people that are like they're trying to get to buy the stuff. It's literally being donated to you. We're all in like Bombas socks and no one bought them. We're on the other end of the Bombas sock. Okay? We're on the other end of that. The donated side of that. So know what the fuck you are and get a job and like figure your fucking life out. They think it's like a party. Every month is a party. We're doing music class today. Hey. How about a class on like how to manage a bank account? How about you get me a job? We're gonna do like a music class and we have open gym. You guys can play basketball and smoke weed. You guys can play basketball. Doesn't that sound nice? And listen, I'm not saying that like we don't, like, you know, there should be some ways to relax. I think that that's fair. But I don't understand what like the Halloween party for the 21-year-olds who are like fucking each other and biting each other in the face and slashing and killing and like clinically insane. I don't know what that's doing to really help. I don't know what that does other than like further dilute these people into believing that they're like a child and deserve things. It's insane. And they're all going to be yoga teachers or on some fucking spiritual journey in like 7 to 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, depending on what the drugs are. Depending on how fast their teeth rot out of their mouth, that's when they'll find God. Because that's the only thing that'll be able to save them. Because guess what? They don't have insurance. They can't go to the dentist. Because they were too busy at the Halloween party rapping to like, you know, doing karaoke to Chef G. Doing Chef G karaoke. God. And you know what? You know how I know that like all of these, I've met like some yoga teachers. I've met people that have gotten like very into like the spirituality thing or like very into Jesus. And it's not all of them. Some people really do need that. And some people really do believe in all of that. And I do to a degree. And maybe one day, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be teaching about the fucking chakras because I can't enjoy pot anymore. But like, a lot of the people that I've met doing that are out of their fucking minds. They're out of their minds and you could just tell like, they're like, something is very off. I work at a Lifetime Fitness and there is this woman that teaches yoga at the Lifetime Fitness. Well, actually, first of all, hold on. There's a woman that goes to Lifetime. Her name is Janet Namaste. Okay? And she charges $111 to do spiritual intuitive healing. What the fuck is spiritual intuitive healing? And how much can you Facetune your picture? And how much Chanel can you put on, like your body, in this picture for this ad? Before people realize that it's like a scam. But like people still do it. People still go to the celebrity intuitive healer. Because that's what got her the Gucci. Not being a demon from hell that scams and manipulates and like uses angel numbers to like get into your wallet. It's the intuitive healing. It's the deep breathing. That's what it is. Janet, namaste. It's like some white bitch that was probably named like Janet Smith, and she was like, no, I'm gonna scam the rich, and you know what? She's better for it. And you know what? It's actually like kind of a good thing. I kind of do. You got to respect it a little bit because people are so fucking dumb. They're like, you know, listening to like TikTok advice. Of course they're gonna fucking go to Janet Namaste's intuitive healing, where she hovers her hands around your body and doesn't even touch you or do anything to you, and you're healed, and you're healed. She's a nut. I bet she was doing a fucking shit ton of blow and partying and you know, probably thought she was gonna be like a lawyer, and then that fell through because she has there's no real, you know, discipline behind it. And she was just, it's like my sister. My sister said she wants to be in the FBI, but she's getting like blackout every night. You're gonna join the fucking belligerent idiots is what you're gonna join. Okay? So like, you know, Janet Namaste probably was like thinking she was gonna be some fucking lawyer, like, you know, doctor or something. But you know what? She was too busy getting coke blown up her nose and sucking dick to really do that. And so now she's a celebrity intuitive healer because now she's gone off the path. She's gone off the path and deep into like the fantasy hell woods that so many people are like lost in. They're lost in like this Annihilation-esque woods where like nothing really makes sense and everybody just keeps buying. It's nuts. Janet Namaste is a good example. Another good example of what I'm talking about is the yoga teacher at Lifetime. I went in my job at Lifetime. I like clean like the gym. I like run a team that cleans the gym. I go in to like wipe a wipe dispenser top because it's metal and it gets tarnished, and I just gotta wipe it real quick. It takes 30 seconds. I go in, and there's a yoga class happening in there, and I like yoga, and I'm very quiet. I just kind of walk in, I just wipe the top. This halitosis witch fucking comes up to me and like hisses in my ear. She's like, I'm trying to do a class. And then she like stops and she's like, now everybody take a deep breath and let out all of that stress. And then she's like, I'm trying to, this is very distracting. You're distracting my class. Like burning my ears with her fucking disgusting, vile, drug destroyed mouth. And like telling people that they got to find their inner peace and that I'm disrupting her class. And so I kind of turned around. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I like just kind of keep wiping the top of the thing. And so she goes back and she's like, now everybody, you take another deep breath and just really feel the way that the energy that's running through the room, and understand that like inner peace is possible, and that this is the path to that inner peace, to that love, and that you know, rejuvenation of the soul. And then she comes back up to me and starts like whispering in my ear like she's Harry Potter speaking to a snake. Just I'm like, God, you're fucking, you know what? I just got out of there because if I said something, I really would have lit her on fire. But hey, listen to me, you crystal witch. You fucking scam artist, cokehead witch. The thing that is disrupting your class is not me coming in to clean the room or clean the one little like square foot of wipe dispenser that's in the room. It takes 2 seconds. I'm not the one that's disrupting your class. The thing that's disrupting your class is you hissing and spitting into my ear while you're also telling people, like passive aggressively hissing into my face while you're telling these other morons to like find their inner peace and like their inner being and like protect their inner child. You're out of your fucking mind. You should have taken a second Vicodin today. Okay? Don't fucking come and yell at me for like, I don't know, trying to help out, I guess, and like whisper scream in me and like like, my eyes are like burning. I feel like I was like back in the apartment when like my roommate was like making this jalapeno death concoction, this potion. Like that was the way that it felt. And like passive aggressive, insane people. It's so fucking insane. And the other yoga instructor like does this weird shit where like it's also another example of fake altruism, like where you're kind of like, yeah, you gotta just like believe in the spirits, and then you like kind of give like this most passive aggressive fucking statement. One of our jobs there is to like fold these towels. There's this other yoga instructor that comes up and she's like, hey, like it's so like we don't have any towels, you know, like it just sucks because like we don't have any towels. Bitch, ask for a towel, then. Ask for the towels. I'll give them to you. I'll bring them and put them in the room. Don't come here with this passive-aggressive shit. It makes me want to strangle you. It makes me want to shove this towel in your mouth and kick you in the face. Stop. Stop it. She came up the other day and, like, asked for one of these bins to, like... She's like, yeah, it's just, like, so... You know, it's just, like, so hard to, like... bring all of like the weighted vests like in and out of the studio for like our weighted vest yoga. Like it's just so like tough, you know? And I'm like, are you like asking for the cart? Take the cart. You don't need to like try and emotionally manipulate because you have nothing left in your life but like, you know, something you can't see, feel, or touch, like a spirit, and like emotionally manipulate me into like giving you something. It's fucking nuts. It's nuts. Be a regular human being. Be a regular human being. And how about you stop basing your life on a 30-second video you saw on TikTok? And like, it's just nuts. I've had it. I've really had it. I've really had enough. We're going to cut this one short today, guys. I am sick. Both, you know, physically and just like my vibe is just like sick. My vibe is just like ill as hell. But yeah. And not like insane. Although I do occasionally wish I had a paintball gun to shoot my drug addict roommate into cleaning the kitchen. You know? Wouldn't it be great if when I was walking down the hall, like the witch opens his door and right before he can even like whisper his curse, I just kind of nail him in the face with like a red paintball gun. Just boom, right in his eye. That'd get him to stop. He'd go from like, to like, oh, fuck, dude, what the fuck? And then like his real personality would come out because it's all just a farce. It's all a big farce because everybody's ill in the head. Big fake ass fucking personality that everybody just kind of tries on. It's like nuts. Oh, God. Oh, you know what? I got one more thing to say. My building is like connected to this other building where like legit crackheads live, and their elevator is down. So they got to take our elevator. And the other day, I get on the elevator and I like to read when I walk. I've just recently thrown out my smartphone and now I have a flip phone, and it's much better. So. Stop being a corporate internet slave, and maybe wake up, throw the phone out, be like a human being. That's the fucking problem. Is the phone? The phone is the problem. It's because you're watching TikToks of like you're watching 15-second videos of people trying to scam you into like buying their oils, their essential oils. That's why there's like witches in my apartment. But anyway, I get on the elevator. I'm reading The Brothers Karamazov, great book, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Russian novel. I'm smart like that, okay? And I get on the elevator, and I'm just trying to read my book, and I go down the floor, and then I just, before the door even opens, I just smell piss, and I'm like, oh, fucking Christ. And this lady, like, hovels in, and she's just kind of, like, bopping up and down, like, you could tell she smoked some rock. She's kind of just, like, like, making these noises, and she gets on with a friend, and they both just reek of piss. And she's like, oh, what you reading? What you reading? Guess what? I'm looking at a book. I'm not making eye contact with you. What about my body language is telling you that I want to fucking talk to you right now? And I'm like, okay, I didn't say that. I was like nicer. I was like, Brothers, it's called The Brothers Karamazov. It's a good book. She's like, oh, yeah, right. I'm a reader. I read a lot. I read all the time. Like, yeah, that's why you're bopping up and down, because you're reading. Is it because you're reading? Not because you just smoked a bunch of crack in your apartment? If you can even call it that. It's because you're reading. You're so hopped up and you reek of piss because you're reading. Because you're an intellectual. That's why you smell like shit. It's because you're so smart that you don't even, you've read so many books that you realize that it really doesn't even matter, like where you piss or shit yourself. Because you're so smart. It's just you're such an intellectual. And like her buddies on the elevator, like, yeah, she read like 3 books a day. The fuck is she reading? Goodnight Moon, Biscuit, and like Judy Blume? She's reading Ivy and Bean? The fuck is she reading? She looks like she can't even read. One of her eyes is pointing in a different direction. What is she reading? God. And they like, you know, then we stop like 2 floors down and the garbage men like get on the same elevator and I'm like, God, is everybody trying to put me into a fucking gas chamber? Is every single person trying to gas me to death? The smell that came from that elevator, I can't even, oh my God, I can't even like fathom how horrible and awful it was. I would rather literally have my roommate's jalapeno concoction that's like a week old and still sitting on our stove packed into my nose than to smell the smell of piss and shit and garbage as I'm trying to read a fucking book. And so then they're like, you know, the garbage men are on, and then like this like crackhead is like, yeah, I'm gonna give you the 1-2. You better not be fucking with. And she's like saying like things that don't even make sense, and the garbage man's kind of like, yeah, all right, yeah, I'm just trying to take out the garbage, you psycho. And then, you know, we got off the elevator and it was fine, whatever. But everybody's really sick in my building, just real sick fucking people. Sickness all around. And I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to do the fucking sickness anymore. I want to buy a boat and just sail into the middle of the ocean and just find God in the waves somewhere. Maybe I'll check out. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to check out, except instead of me checking out of drugs, I'm going to just check out of like other people. I'm going to check out of other people and like find my spirituality with like Poseidon. I can't do it anymore. I'm like really just, I'm done. I'm done with it. So fucking done. I've had enough, and I think I'm buying a paintball gun. I think that's the next that's the next road stop on my journey. Is to go to the Airsoft Emporium and get a fucking paintball gun. Shoot that witch in the head. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy, listen, don't, subscribe, don't. I don't care. Fuck off. Everybody's a nut, and I don't care. I'm done. I'm not doing show prep. I'm trying to do this thing with my friend. I wanna have some guests on, but like I'm not gonna do more than 5 minutes of show prep to like scream into the void about things that I intuitively feel. Because I can feel the spirits, and you know what? They're not really spirits. They're kind of just demons that I live with. And I can feel it. And I'm real close to checking out. Really fucking close. So if you think I need to do more show prep, hear me now. Fuck your own face. I don't. I'll say what I want, okay? Thanks.